welcome back. I just wanted to show you quick what I've been working on. This is, you know, I said I've been on installations and all that. This is a huge refrigerated warehouse that me and another couple other my co-workers worked on back last fall. These 9 systems, I installed these with mainly our other main installer, my buddy Steve. He's the man, like the best installer I know, and we had another guy too helping us here and there, but mostly it was me and him. We were here for about 3 weeks. We got all these blowers hung in here and everything piped. The condensing units were already set on the roof long before that. But I want to bring you guys along with me on this startup I'm doing. I don't know how much footage I can get, but I want to at least get enough to show you what this job is like, what I'm working on, because it's a pretty big place. The place is freaking huge, as I'm sure you could see. I don't have any indoor footage yet on today's video, but I'm probably going to make this a little series here. 2, 3, 4 part little mini series for you guys. So this is going to be part 1. Just today, just showed you what I was doing on the roof, explained what was up there, and just getting the charges and all those units. They're all running 404A medium temp. We're going to be running at 40 degrees there eventually. Right now we're only bringing them down to 55. Since I've just been getting the charges in, we got to let them run for a couple days, get all the humidity out of there. It was wicked humid in there. It was almost 80 degrees in there yesterday with like 85% humidity. It was bad. The drains already are just dumping water out, the condensate drains. So, gotta let them run. I gotta get superheat set. I got a couple with some issues. One, I got a busted oil pressure control sensor that goes to the Copeland core sensor. It screws into the oil pump in the back of the compressor, and it's got the sensing cord. That's broken off. I don't know how or why, but maybe it happened during shipping. But so the unit keeps shutting off. It thinks it's on, there's low oil pressure, even though it doesn't. So it runs for about a minute or 2 and shuts off. And then another one, I have a solenoid valve that is not opening. I got power from the roof going down to it, so I think I'm going to try to go diagnose that tomorrow. I got to get down on the scissor lift and everything, but it's this thing's about 30 feet up in the air too. This box is high, but it's, I got a bad solenoid coil or a nicked wire or something like that, so we'll figure that out. So hope you guys enjoy this little series. I'll try to get as much footage as I can and explain as much as I can. Thanks again everyone for watching. I'll catch you boys in the next one. What's going on, everybody? Figured I'd show you guys what I've been working on this week. We got a big startup, all these units way down to there. There's 9 of these 15 horse condenser units. This is a big refrigerated warehouse. This cooler is about 400 feet long, okay, and about 100 feet wide, 90 or 100 feet wide. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting our initial startups done, getting the full charges of Freon in them, you know, making sure everything's running downstairs, the fans and everything. We gotta let this pull down because it's like, yesterday it was like 77 degrees in there and like 90% humidity. Overnight I had 5 of these running. I got done yesterday. I'm doing the other 4 today. Pulled down about 10 degrees. It's ranging from 66 to 68 in there right now. But once I get these other ones done, we're only bringing this down to 55. They don't want it any colder right now. Eventually it's going to be 40, but we got to bring it down. Like I said, there's so much moisture in here. We got cement walls, cement floors, and parts of it, and it's just all moisture. And then down there, those 2 units, if you could see them down the end, those are 2 60 horsepower units for the loading dock with 4 enormous blowers, so we're going to be starting them too. Just want to add too, guys, if you're interested, the line sizes. We got 1 5/8 suction line, 7/8 liquid line. Going down, it's not long up here, it's only about a 10-foot pipe run on the roof. Okay, these penetrate down, we go down into the box, then we go over about 12 feet, and the blowers are on that wall, on the edge over in that area. So it's not that long of a pipe run, maybe, you know, 25 to 30 feet for this whole thing. Traps inside. I'll get some footage of the inside for you guys. And I just wanted to let you know about the pipe sizes. Just give you guys a quick shot of the electrical section here. Just pretty basic, 460 volts, 460 coming in. We got our fuses for That's going to be for our control circuit. These are for our condenser fans. Contactor for your compressor, your condenser fans. Pretty basic. Your pump down switch. This is your service make control. Everything from the Heatcraft puts in their units, pressure control. These are wired into Dixel controllers. We're at 66 degrees right now. We're set at 55 just to bring these down for now. There's just a sensor down in the box for those, a coil sensor and a space temp sensor. Pretty basic for these. Basic on and off. There's defrost programmed into these as well. So just wanted to give you guys a quick shot of the electrical section in these units. And then just here's the rest. 15 horse, Copeland semi, discus. And you got your, your core sense protection controllers here now. If you can read that, when these go out on a fault, they will blink for certain numbers of some symptoms that could be wrong with these. Core dryers on suction and liquid line as well. Makes them a lot easier to change out in units like this. And we are charging all these with, taking 87 pounds total. 87 pounds each for all 9 of these down the line here. Also, 2 of my pressure controls, guys. I usually like to have like a 25 PSI differential. I don't know how well you can see this, but I got these cutting in at 30 and cutting out at 5. If you saw my other video, the ones that go by differential, these are the kind, these Johnson controls, these do not go by differential. If you see this, you got your cut in at 30 and cut out at 5. This is what I was trying to explain that I didn't have in my previous video to show you. But as you can see, you just do each side. It's very easy. In and out. No differential on these types. Just wanted to point that out for you guys too. Just to add to at the end here, guys, this has been an ongoing project. This whole building has got completely renovated for dry storage and refrigerated storage. So this whole project started last summer or last spring. Like I said, I was here at the end of last summer. I think it was in September. I was down here for 3 weeks. But we installed all these warehouse units. We hung the blowers and piped them. They're huge too. They're like 800 pounds each. Big bone blowers. But all 3-phase power, 460, all that. So what happened was we did that. We got them under nitrogen charge. They sat under nitrogen charge till like this winter. I don't know, it was like February or something. We were up here, I was here one day, we got holding charges in a few of them. We couldn't get much gas in them, we couldn't run them, so we only could get like 30 pounds of Freon in them, maybe. And then my other buddy Stevie, he was back here and he got the holding charges in the rest. And then now I'm back here, what is it, 4 or 5 months later to finally start these. And then after this, they're telling me they're not even leaving them running. They're still shutting them down, and they're not going to be on running full-time permanently till like next summer, because there's still all kinds of projects going on in this building. And then I also got 2 big loading dock units to do. 2 60-horse units in this loading dock with four evaporators. They're like 16 feet long. I think they weigh like 1,500 pounds each, something like that. I wasn't here for those. Like I said, my buddy Stevie and the other installer he works with, Matt, they hung all those and piped all that job. That's a big one. That's got like 2 5/8, I think, suction lines on that. 1 1/8 liquid lines. Big stuff. So we'll be starting them as part of this little series here too, boys. So stay tuned, because you guys might like this one. Thanks a lot, guys.